Alright gentlemen, so Jose from Teaching Men's Fashion the other day, he did this video when it was 10 guys date one supermodel, and they all get a bit of time with her. But when I was watching it, I noticed that these guys were all making some major mistakes, and so I want us to sit down right over here, watch this thing together, and so you guys don't make the same mistakes that these poor souls did. Let's go. Alright.
Everybody ready? Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
I'm Bella. I'm 24 years old. Dating for me can be kind of hard because I'm 5'11", a model, and confident, and know exactly what I want, and that can be...
Alright.
Let's just jump into it. Let's do something a little bit more deep. What are your top 2 love languages?
Top 2 love
Alright, so right off the bat.
And...
Right off the bat here, let's just go back. Okay, slouching. Gentlemen, if you are going to be positioned like that when you sit down for a date with any high value woman and you are slouched over like this, I want to say almost rule number 1, like get seated properly. Slouching in like this is not a good look. When you sit down for a date, you introduce yourself this, relaxed, straight, spine straight, or you can do a little something, you do a little something like this, anything but this. He's not gonna make it far.
2 love languages, probably words of affirmation and...
Good question though.
Physical touch. I think that's probably the 2. What about you? Touch?
Watch what he does here. Watch what he does here. Look at that. Boom. He's yeah. Wow. Physical touch, huh? Oh, wow. Look at her position in comparison to his position. It displays low value, essentially. He's leaning in like this. He's captivated with her. He's way out of his league here, essentially, and you can tell this just by his posture compared to hers. Did ask a good question, like, what's your love languages? That's a good question to ask on a first date. Okay, so the thing here is go through the 30 seconds, past the 30 seconds, then the producer inside another room, the model, the lady, she's mic'd up, and the producer in the other room is gonna give them like an on the button, hot topic, kind of uncomfortable question. So this guy made it past the 30 seconds. Let's see how he handles the question.
Okay, Bella, I'm gonna throw in the first trick question. Tell him what type of porn does he like to watch?
What type of porn do you watch?
The answer to this question should be, I don't watch porn.
I like Latino women. Yeah.
Bomb.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think, bro? This is the thing with pornography, is that it doesn't matter what type of porn you are watching, you're going to make whatever woman you're with uncomfortable. You're gonna make her feel inadequate, because those are unattainable standards that you are seeing inside of pornography. How can any woman, how can any man for that matter, really come close to what you see inside of pornography? It's all fantasy. It's not real.
Our love wouldn't last.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
What's up, beautiful?
Bella, how are you?
Dude, this guy's a tool. She's laughing at him already.
So, where you from?
Leaning in. This guy, he's not gonna make it.
This is me. Look, I take you. Yeah. Alright, got you. Honestly, wasn't really what I was expecting. I was expecting like a nice dark hair, brunette, red lipstick, kind of like Lamiana, you know. I'm gonna shoot my shot, say look, you're a little model, you know, take you on a date, do a little photo shoot, but wasn't really feeling it. And it's all good.
Don't be this guy. Do not ever be this guy. You can tell right off the bat what kind of guy this is, and she could tell right away. It's like boom, boom, he's done.
You know, I got backups.
Hi.
Hey, my name is Josh.
Bella, nice to meet you. How are you?
Oh, that's savage.
Well, Josh came in and he sat down, and immediately it looked like he had just rolled off the couch in a tee.
You gotta be kidding. Boys, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
I've been telling you this for years.
I'm good, how are you? Bella.
Okay, this guy,
Nice to meet
Eddie.
you. Thank you.
How's everything going?
Okay, so first off, he's dressed really well. Fantastic. He's very soft-spoken. I guess that depends on the woman, like what she likes, but he's very soft-spoken, but he's very calm as well. Women that are attractive, they get complimented on that all the time. Guys try to pick them up with compliments on their physical attractiveness all the time. It gets old. Like, women are tired of hearing that. Compliment her on her accomplishments in her career or in school or in her personal life, not on her looks. As well, for an example here, like she said that she's helping her parents on her sugarcane farm, and she is a sales broker, and she's like an Instagram model, like all part-time. That's all very ambitious stuff. So if you're someone who would find that attractive, like a woman who's ambitious or hardworking, that's when you would say like, wow, that's sexy. That's sexy that you're that ambitious and you do that stuff all the time.
But I have to ask, if there's one thing that you could change about my body,
Right.
what would it be? Or me?
Nothing. I think you're gorgeous.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're beautiful.
In that situation, it's inevitable. Like, when you're asked that type of question, well, one, on an actual date, you're never going to be asked that type of question. This is like a setup in this case. But actually on a date and you get asked that type of question, it's really inevitable. You're not going to be like, oh, I changed this or changed that. Or if you would change something about them, then maybe you shouldn't continue on with that person. So like, if you don't find her body type attractive, then probably not the lady for you. You guys should know how to dress yourselves, as is perfectly shown here with Eddie. He was dressed well, had a good job, boom, he did well. Let's see how this guy does. This guy is dressed like, oh fuck, boy. Leaning, he's not gonna make it.
Yeah, my life. Right here for San Jose.
Oh, really?
Travel back and forth between here and Boca.
Okay.
Work out as I can.
Did you vote for Trump?
No.
No.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I thought that. Nice to meet you.
So this guy, again, he's got his forearms on the table. He's kind of leaning in. Not as bad as the others. His outfit is so messy. A good-looking dude and stuff, but his clothing really takes away from what he's trying to accomplish here. When you're sitting across from a woman on a date, and she's like back like this, and she's just like chilling, and you're leaning in, you're not gonna make it. She's pulling you towards her as opposed to you pulling her towards you. So if you're sitting back like Eddie, for instance, and you're chilling like this and you're having a good time and you're relaxed, then she's gonna be drawn to that. But if you're like any of these other guys here and you're leaning in and she's just kind of pushed back, you're not gonna get her to lean into you, because she's already being repelled by your energy. Essentially, you're putting too much in too quick, as opposed to her, and she's just like back like this. So
How much money do you make?
yo, that kind of question. Two things. One, she's asking it because it's part of the show. It's part of like the game or whatever that they're playing. If you ever actually get asked the question, how much money do you make on a first date, get the out of there. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It's how you use your money. It's about you as a person. So if someone's love for you or potential love for you is predicated on how much money you make, dude. If a woman ever asks you how much money do you make, you say something like, well, listen, you like, once you get to know me better, then you can figure that out. Don't tell them, and as well, just be wary, because that's probably not someone you want around.
Why?
Because I need to know.
Wait, does that like shape the answer to your question? Like,
Yes.
is it like if I said somewhere close to like 30, you'd be like,
Hey.
Do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk in again? I'm just playing. My name is Nate. Nice to meet you.
Nate,
That was
nice
funny.
to meet you.
so
And
what?
I said, let me just start doing my own thing.
Would you have a threesome with me?
Yeah.
Okay, again with these questions. These aren't questions that you're normally going to hear on a first date. I'll be honest, I've never heard these questions been asked on a first date before. But, in my opinion, if you get asked this type of question, you say no, because threesomes are disgusting. That's pretty much it. You can call me a square if you want. Threesomes are disgusting. And, like, if you're in a relationship with someone and they want to have a threesome, it's like, think about how complicated that would be with feelings, with stuff like that. That's not the type of crap you want in your life. This question comes up, you say no.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, sure. Maybe. Depends. How far you go?
It depends.
Yeah, like, you know.
Before you say anything, I need you to help me with a math problem.
Oh my
X plus
god.
U equals 25. And I'm sure X is 15 because you're a solid 10.
Oh yeah, you're sure it works.
Thanks.
Where'd you get that with this?
Well, that's just my extra move. See if that's gonna work out or not. They call me daddy, but for you it's just things for now. I remember this guy in the intro. I remember his Instagram account. So let's go back to this guy's Instagram account at the start. Here we go. Look at this. Dude, anyone who thinks this is okay, like this is good, like why would a woman want to be with you when you have stuff like this up on your Instagram account? Why would you ever want to date someone like this guy? It's so clear that his value isn't coming from the things that he does or the things that he's built out of his life, but it's coming from doing stuff like this. He calls himself daddy.
Using my phone as a guide, is it bigger or smaller?
I would say it's a bit above the average. If a woman asks you a question like this on a first date, it's a simple answer. Listen, that's something you have to find out on your own. You don't just tell them right off the bat. Like, what have they done to earn information like that? You don't just go and say like, oh, my dick is this big. You don't tell them the answer, whether you have an absolute behemoth or you got a little thing. I don't think any woman would ever actually ask the question like that on the first date. And
Hi.
Hi.
Casey, nice to meet you.
Bella, nice to meet you.
So where are you from?
I'm from Vero Beach. How about you?
I'm actually from Baltimore.
this guy's fantastic. You know, he's got like a nice simple look on. Like all you need is like the shirt and the jeans that fits you properly. This guy looks good. He's got his facial hair done properly. He looks fine. His posture's good. He's not leaning in. He's not acting too desperate.
Sugarcane what?
Farmer. I mean, I manage sugarcane, yeah.
Oh,
And employees.
on the weekend.
I have a question.
Sure, hit me.
Do you want a piece of gum? Because you need it.
Ooh, wow. That was kind of harsh.
We should just have the gum.
Yeah. I mean, that's our respect.
Nice.
Not killing.
Nice. Good for him. That's exactly how you handle that situation.
Appreciate it.
But
Obviously,
let's be real, that's the
something that I
easiest
do
one out of
for
all of those gangbuster
working
questions
for fun.
that they gave to these people.
And I'm just a chill body for the most part. How about you?
I grew up.
Good.
This was not me. I hope you understand.
Okay.
I hope you know
She
that
likes
I was
him.
not me.
She likes him.
Thank
I
you.
like not.
And I definitely was crushing a little.
So, would you date him on a real date?
Yeah, I would go on a
Look at that.
You
She
just
loved
didn't get emotional.
Bottom line, gentlemen, there are some mistakes here that all guys, including myself, have made before when it comes to dates. And as someone who did a whole lot of dating, it's super important that we get this down pat. And I went through trial and error, and I took some courses, and I learned some things. But simply by watching videos like this, or like the one you're watching with me right now, we can learn to really learn from these mistakes that these guys are making, and absolutely just hit it off with the ladies, because it's really simple. It's not hard. You don't have to pull any like ESP or pick up mind tricks to really get a woman to like you. Think about the guy in the black tee. He didn't do anything special, and she was like crushing all over him. He didn't put any mind tricks or anything. He was just, like Jose said earlier, he was like calm and cool and collected. He just had a nice black tee on with some jeans. He wasn't overdoing it, and he was just a cool guy. And that's what women want. They just want a guy who's cool, who's calm, and who's relaxed. Gentlemen, if you liked this video, if you learned something, you can go down below and sauce me one of these bad boys. Smash that subscribe button and share this video with a man who is having a bit of trouble dating with the ladies. Have a fantastic rest of your day and even better week ahead. As always, stay handsome.